Well, hello. Ended up having to start a little bit late today due to some other things happening, but today we're going to continue with the first Future Card Buddyfight video game on the 3DS. Oh, right. So this is where we left off. So, in the last stream, we had just won the ABC Cup, which is like the Buddyfight tournament at our elementary school. So that just finished.
Gao!
And so Gao's here to greet us. I think he asked us for a buddy fight during lunch or something, but it's like, eh. And so Paruko's here. She's saying that there's... How do you even translate this word in English? It's Tai Hen, which is like big trouble, I guess. I mean, it could be like big news, but in this case, it's big trouble. She's saying that Kiri and Yuki were kidnapped. And Gao's like, what do you mean? And she says after the ABC Cup, Roga Aragami came and took them away to Sengoku Academy, or so it seems. And we're like, we know what that is. Like, we've heard of the place, but like, where is it? So Noboru's saying like it's law of, well, how do I, what's the best way to translate this? It's a place where this, where it's like everything goes, and like it's like law of the jungle, I guess. Like like whoever, like the strong get to do what they want. It's like winner takes all sort of thing. Excuse me. Yeah, if you win, like winning is everything. That's pretty much it. So it sounds like Noboru and Zanya want to come with us. Yeah, so Parko's just, elaborating that. At Sengoku Academy, the students use Buddyfight to decide everything. So there's always buddy fights going on. And so we're saying we have to go save him right away. No, oh, so I guess Noboru and Zanya were just like eavesdropping and then interjected, and then Noboru was like, wait, you want to go there? It's like deep in the mountains or something. I'm like, what? Well then, how are we even gonna get there? And then we see something outside the window. Oh. And it's like, oh, that's Sengoku Academy. How convenient.
Yes.
Or like, Gao's like, oh, that's pretty lucky. The implication is that like a magic portal just opened and we can just go to Sengoku Academy with zero effort. This is not how it happened in the anime. They actually used a form of transportation outside of magic to get there. They took a blimp. That's just the best way of saying it without spoiling anything, but yes, they took a blimp.
そうか。わかった。
So yeah, Gao and like we and Gao are like, okay, let's go, and Zanya's like, I'll go too. I can't turn a blind eye to potential kidnapping. And Gao's asking Noboru if he will come along as well, off screen, while they're both off screen. Noboru's like, I guess. I'll go with you. And then Genma also is like, let me go with you. He's saying if our underclassmen are in danger, then I must lend a hand. And Kazane's like, oh, let me go too. How are these people here? They're not in our class. Like, Noboru being here normal. He's in... Well, actually, this is, like, not class time. So I guess it's, like, fine enough. Okay.
Yes. Ah.
So it's Gao, Noboru, Zanya, Genma, Kazane, and us. Okay, in the anime, Noboru doesn't go. Tetsuya goes instead. I wonder why they felt the need to make that change, but it's whatever, honestly. Alright, so, just like last time, there's a bunch of side stuff that you can do in between each of the main missions. But I'm going to just skip past all that because it's mostly like fluff. It's not like a huge deal, I guess. Yeah, so it takes a long time as well, so I'd rather just kind of get through the main story. Yeah, our deck's ready. Oh, wait, did I say no? Oh yeah, we're good. And Noboru's like, what's with this school? It seems like no one's around. And we're saying this is really strange. And Yuki's here? Genma's saying, don't let your guard down. I feel a strong presence up ahead. It's like, Gao's like, I'm getting the shivers, but like in an excited sort of way, like not like being afraid. I think that's what he said. My like knowledge of onomatopoeias, which unfortunately, take a little side note here, in Japanese there's onomatopoeias that also like count as like adjectives or adverbs, and it's really annoying because you just kind of have to like memorize them, and there's like not even kanji associated with them. It's just like, and sometimes they're hard to describe as well. Like they're like onomatopoeias, and I mean, I guess that's true of like foreign words in general, that sometimes there's just no direct translation to English, but hopefully you get what I mean. I'm not great with the Japanese onomatopoeias, is what I'm trying to say. I know like some, of course, but you know, not super detailed. Anyway, this is Cerberus talking, the three-headed dog behind Roga. And Cerberus is saying, "Oh, you noticed us, huh?" And Roga's saying, "So you finally came, Gao Mikado." He's like, "Oh, it's Roga." And we're like, "Roga, where are Kiri and Yuki?" And he says, "Right now I'm talking to Gao Mikado." Wait, we beat him before too. Gao's saying, "I also want to know that. So please tell us." And we're saying, "You were witnessed taking them here. So where are they?" And Roga's saying, "Well, if you want to know." You'll have to abide by our customs. I'm guessing that means we have to beat you in a buddy fight for you to tell us. He's like, you catch on quick. That's right. If you want to know, you'll have to beat the 6 of us. This is Kimura, and he makes frog noises. This is Kanahebi. He's like a snake guy. This is Rare Maro. Rare as in the English word rare. It's really dumb. And he's like a kind of like slightly flamboyant, kind of like quirky guy. This is Shosetsu. He's like a knight, and you see his armor. And we're asking 6 people. There's only 5 of you. And Roga's saying, yeah, the 6th person will show up later. Just look forward to it. And we're like, what does that even mean? Vermaro's saying, why don't we test the waters by giving Kimura the first fight. And he's like, okay. And we're asking Gao, who should we send out first? And Gao's like, And Genma, he volunteers. He's like, why don't you let me handle this one? And Gao's saying, is that all right, Genma? And he's like, yes. Oh. He's saying, I've faced Kimura before. Yeah, so this is Sylph, Kimura's buddy. Since he doesn't really speak, she speaks for him. She's saying, yes, Kimura has come across Genma training in the mountains many times before, and they've, faced each other. And he makes a frog noise. And Gao's like, okay, in that case, we'll let Genma take this one. And we're like, okay, sure. Oh, so Kanahebi is saying, well, since we're gonna have to wait for that, is it alright if we all just fight at the same time? He's asking Soroga, and Roga's like, do whatever you want.
Yes.
And he's like, alright. In that case, I'll fight you. And we're like, me? Yeah, are you any good? You're probably a worthy opponent for me to show off my abilities. And we're like, alright, I'll take you on. And then Raramaru's like, oh my god, he speaks in the third person. What? Saying, alright. And he calls himself Maro. His first name is Raramaru, but he calls himself Maro. He's like, oh my goodness. So he's like, in that case, you'll be Maro's opponent. And Naruto's like, alright, whatever, I'll be your opponent. So then we're just reiterating, if we win, you have to tell us where Yuki is. And he's like, yeah, whatever. Okay. So back at this again. So I'll go ahead and reiterate a few things about how the game is played that I mentioned in the last stream. So you can place any number of monsters that you want up to the amount of spaces that they're on the field, which is left, center, and right. This total size limit is 3, so you can play either one big size 3 or multiple like size 1s and 2s. Each player starts with 10 life, and the goal is to get their life down to 0. You can deck them out, but that's like super unreasonable. What else should I mention? Oh yeah, so in your deck has to abide by a flag of your choosing. So we're playing Magic World, so all of our cards have to be Magic World cards. Our opponent's playing Katana World, so all of his cards are going to be Katana World cards. But yeah, you start with 6 in hand. You do not draw on the first turn, but you can charge and draw. Probably won't need this guy. Gonna charge. So charging is putting a card putting a card into your gauge. In this case, it's from your hand, and your gauge is like a resource that you use to pay for costs. The first guy I'm gonna play is Magician of Glass, Lil Glassar. He's a size 1. On the first turn, the very first turn, in addition to not being able to take your first draw, you can also only attack with one monster once. And again, that sounds redundant, but there's a reason for that. Alright, Magician of Glass, Lil Glassar, attack the fighter. You can only attack the opposing player if their center position is open. So on the first turn, it's always going to be true. The card stats are, you can see them on the bottom screen, which I have on the left here. The red number is the power, so it's 2000 in this case. The size is on the very, very left, in the yellow number. And then from the power in red is the critical in white, so it deals 2 damage when it's attacking the fighter, and then defense in blue. Your monsters use their attacking stats on your turn and defending stats on the opponent's turn for battles. So Magician of Glass, Will Glass Art's effect is when it deals damage to the opponent, I can pay 1 gauge and draw 1 card. It's a very strong ability. Nice. Ooh, less nice, but still nice. Different flags or different worlds have different attributes for their cards. my deck Magic World is, or maybe I should put it this way, there's like a spectrum of like having high stats but like less powerful spells and effects, to having low stats but having more powerful spells and effects. Magic World is all the way on that latter side, where you have the best spells, really good effects, but the stats are really low. But it doesn't matter, because we have Drago Wizards and they're the best. Okay, what is he saying? He's like, I'm gonna show you I'm gonna show you why you should fear the Kana heavy ninja arts. Okay, no, whatever. I know exactly what he's gonna do, and it's like whatever. Oh well, this card's actually pretty strong. This is we haven't played against Continental World yet, right? Yeah, Continental World is also towards the latter end of that spectrum, like kind of close to Magic World. They don't have as good like spells and abilities, but they're still like very, very good. So this is a set spell, meaning that it stays set on the field once it's cast. Once per turn, while this is on the field, I'll let him just do it first. Yeah, once per turn while he's on the field, he can pay 1 gauge to place 1 card from his hand face down under this card into what's called its soul. And then if he does so, he can draw a card. It's like, it sounds like a minus, right? Because you're paying a gauge and you're just like cycling out a card. But the cards under Shinobi Scrolls, if they are Ninja Arts attribute cards, they can be cast as if they were from his hand. So it's actually like pretty strong. So he's casting a counter spell. Counter just means instant speed. This is Clear Serenity. He gets 3 gauge off the top of his deck, but he can only cast 1. Oh, this is like Battle on the Gojo Bridge? Something like that. It's another set spell where players cannot attack monsters on the left or right. This is Electron Ninja Shiden. He's using the ability, which is once per turn. Is it hard once per turn? Yeah, it's not once per turn. Once per turn, you can pay 1 gauge and discard a Ninja Arts attribute card to draw 2. Okay, he discarded an Attack Stopper. Another Shiden, that's fine. Using that effect again. Discard another Attack Stopper. Another Shinobi Scrolls. Using that ability. He's gaining a lot of card advantage. So he's buddy calling, which can be done once per game. You just call the same like monster that's you designate as your buddy at the beginning of the game. This is Yamigarasu. It's see, when the monster in front of it becomes rest, deal 1 damage to the opponent. It also has move, so it can like move in front of the opponent's monsters before they attack and become rested, but all the zones are filled, so he can't really do that. So I'm probably just going to take 3 from all his 1s, which is fine. I'm just going to take all these damage. It's like whatever. I would like to draw another monster, and I have two tries to get it. Oh my god, I drew all my clocks. I run 3 clocks. Tempest Wing, okay, like, it's not bad to have Tempest Wing here, actually, but it's not great either. Tempest Wing here is, like, pretty strong, though. Alright, I'll play him. I'm gonna summon Drago Wizard Tempest Wing, paying 2 gauge, and he's a size 3, so my size 1 Blast Art will have to leave the field. I'm gonna use my ability. I'm gonna send his Electron Ninja Shiden on his right to his gauge by discarding a wizard card from my hand. And then we shall do battle. Okay. At the end of my main phase, he's casting Clear Serenity from the soul of his Shinobi Scrolls. So he gets 3 gauge, which is like fine. I still will end my main phase. This game is like other games where like you pass priority to end your phase and then your opponent can respond, and if they do so, it's still like the phase isn't over yet, so like you're still in that phase. It doesn't matter in this case, but... Alright, so we attack his other Shiden, hopefully making it harder for him to gain some card advantage, and Tempest Wing has what's called double attack. It's a keyword ability that allows him to attack twice. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed that double attack lets you attack twice? Alright, I have like a ton of counter spells in my hand, so I think I'll be able to protect my Tempest Wing. It's activating Shinobi Scrolls, paying 1 gauge, putting a card into its soul. He's gonna like out advantage me like pretty quick with this with his engine. This is Dark Ninja Arts, like Poison Swamp. Poison Swamp is once per... Oh no, at the start of your main phase, deal 1 damage to the opponent, yeah. Okay, he called his last 2 guys. That's fine. Alright, feel free to attack. So he's performing what's called a link attack. So you can attack with multiple cards simultaneously to combine their stats into a single attack. But that means that if the attack gets stopped, it stops the whole thing. Like this. I'm gonna cast Magical Goodbye. Who do I want to return to the hand? I feel like it doesn't really matter. I'll return Yamagarasu to the hand. So his 2k couldn't get over my 6k defense. Attacker wins ties, which is why the 6k attack would get over my 6k defense, but since I returned one of the attacking cards to his hand, it just went to a single attack. So let's stop this whole turn. Another Tempest Wing? Probably don't need this. Mitsuler, huh? Okay, that's not too bad. I'm gonna activate Temp Swing. We're just like... No, I should probably just send the other guy away. I'm going to do the same thing I did last turn. Discarding a wizard from my hand to send his... Oh, I totally forgot to mention, this is Yoichi. It does the same thing as Yamagarasu, except it doesn't have move. Yeah, so I sent that guy to his gauge. Get him off the field. Oh, and this monster that he played in the center is Nano Machine Ninja Tsukikage. It's actually Zanya's buddy, which we saw in dialogue last stream. It's way above curve for Katana World because it has the effects of, or sorry, it has the stats of like a Dragon World monster, plus a really, like, well, not really good, but like a pretty strong ability. Like, it's like just way better than a vanilla but it's like still not that great in Continental World. It's like fine. It's like a card you would definitely play, but it's not amazing. Season 1 Continental World had the issue of, like, it has all these great cards, right? Like, we see Shinobi Scrolls, we see Shiden, we see Tsukikage, which his ability is when he would be destroyed, I think. You can discard a non-monster from your hand to keep him on the field. In addition to, like, 5/2/1 stats, it's, like, very strong, but the cards don't work together super well. It's just, like, a lot of good stuff. But there's no, like, cohesive theme or end game other than you just play a bunch of cards of the same attribute. Anyway, I'm gonna take damage from the Poison Swamp, which is fine. It's only 1 damage. Alright, he's gonna Shinobi Scrolls. Gonna other Shinobi Scrolls. Gonna call Yamagarasu. That's fine, man. Have fun with that guy. Oh my gosh, okay. Can I draw? There we go. Okay, I'm gonna activate Dragon Wizard Tempest Swing ability. I'm gonna send his Yamagarasu to the Gauge. Oh, okay. You know what? I'm not gonna clock again this game. Okay, I'm gonna cast Great Spell, my grandfather clock, by paying 2 Gauge. In order to cast this card, I need to have 6 wizards with different names in my drop zone. I pay 2 Gauge, and then at the end of this turn, I get another turn. So I pretty much skip his next turn. As you might expect, turn skips are very strong. Okay, he played Ninja Arts Snake Eyes, I think is the English name for this, which rests an opponent's monster by paying 1 life. The big benefit to this is that it totally, like, removes the chance for double attacks, because, like, the monster just doesn't attack, so it cannot get a second attack. So he skipped my turn by paying 1 life on 1 card, which is, like, pretty strong because I was going to deal 4. But that's okay. I end my turn, and it's my turn. I drew Andy again. Okay. In that case, go to the Gate. Another Tempest Swing. Holy moly! All right, Tempest Swing. Just murder him. Okay, he's gonna cast from the soul of his Shinobi Scrolls. Art of Body Replacement. It's a ninja art that negates a non-link attack. So, like our Solomon Shield. But this time we get our double attack. And he took that one. Okay, he's down to 2. This one's, like, pretty in the bag. I'll take 1 from Poison Swamp. He's gonna Shinobi Scrolls. Like, he might just be doing this out of desperation. That might not even be a Ninja Arts card. He's gonna activate another Poison Swamp from the soul of his other Shinobi Scrolls. Yamagarasu, that's fine. Ooh, there's our boy. We don't need him yet, though. Center of the World Mary Sue, huh? Nice, that's our whole drop zone. Do we want to do anything with this? It wouldn't really make a difference. It kind of makes a difference. How many cards are in this one? 4. Holy moly, and 0 in that one. Okay. It slightly makes a difference, so I will do it. I'm gonna activate Tempest Swing, sending his Yamagarasu to the Gauge. I'm going to play Center of the World Marisu in the center. Her ability allows me to search my deck for a spell card and just add it to my hand. I'll pick this one. I'm going to play it in a sec, but I need to play my buddy Axia first. So I'm going to buddy call Drago Wizard Kinus Axia by paying 1 gauge. When Axia enters the field, I can deal 1 damage to any player. I will choose the opponent. I'm going to cast Kosher. This is the spell I searched. I need at least 2 wizards on the field to activate it. It allows me to draw a card. Well, I get 1 gauge off the top of my deck, and then I draw a card. So it's a free gauge. Now, we shall do a link attack. So, doing it like this played around all of his counter spells. Snake Eyes requires a life, so if he played it, he'd just die, because he was at 1. And a body replacement can only stop non-link attacks. So by link attacking, I just stopped him from using that spell as well. How do we... How to explain this? So, if, like, you might be thinking, if your attack stops only stop non-link attacks, what's stopping your opponent from just doing link attacks at your face the entire time? And you're right, you can just do that. However, Continental World does have a counterspell that stops attacks even if they're link attacks, just as long as your center is open, like Danger World's Battle Aura Circle, but it's not a ninja art. And in Season 1, it's only a promo card. So the characters in the game, with one exception, do not use any promo cards at all. So they just don't use that card, even when they should.
Yes.
The reason why is because the characters' decks are based on their anime decks, and the anime does not use any promo cards. So the characters in the anime had to wait until this card got reprinted in a normal booster set before they could start using it in the anime and in the games. The card is called Demon Way Oboro Genbu, if you're curious. And we're like, alright, 1 win. And it's like, I lost. And we're saying, that was a great fight. I'm glad we got to play. And he's like, yeah, this sucks, but you are pretty good. And we're saying, I may have won this time, but your Kana Heavy Ninja arts were pretty frightening. Why are we so polite? His deck sucks. Actually, our deck just... I mean, his deck doesn't, like, suck that bad, but it definitely could be made better. And, like, the theme is kind of... Like, what his deck does is a little underwhelming. And our deck's just really good as well. I say that, and yes, our deck is really good because I built it well, and Wizards have like a good amount of support, but this game is still like really balanced. By this game I mean Buddyfight in Season 1. It's still really balanced, so it's not even that like me using a end of season deck means that like I'm just gonna win most of the time. Like a lot of the games are still really close. Yeah, I mean, just some themes are like stronger than others, and some could definitely be built, or some decks could definitely be built better than they are. But you know, they tried to give this guy his own theme, and it's like kind of okay, but like definitely could have been better. Anyway, he's saying, well, like hearing you say that, no hard feelings. And Rogue was like, how pathetic. There's no value in a fight that you lose. And there's no value in a loser like you either. And he's like, master, as if like Roga's his master. He's like, you know, like this is the rule of Sengoku Academy. And get out of here. Or saying, how could you say something like that? There's plenty of value in the fight we had. It's like you're the outsider here, so I'll have you like be quiet. And Kanahabi's like, that's enough. It's worse when like my how do I say this? It's bad enough when when my like quote unquote enemy has to speak up for me. See ya. So he leaves. And he's like, is this really how you guys use Buddyfight? He's saying, of course, winning is important. But you're wrong about this. Like, there's no way our fight had no value. And Rogue was saying, you're pretty laid back about all this, but is that really okay? Looks like the other matches have been decided. And Vermar was like, looks like Mara won after all. But that was to be expected. And Noboru curses. And Kimura, or well, Sylph says, you did it, Kimura. We won. But he doesn't seem very pleased about it. We're saying, Genma lost? Axia's like, it looks like it. But doesn't it like seem a bit strange? Kimura. And Genma's saying, Kimura. No matter what you did before, it seemed like you were always going in the right direction, or you were always like playing fair. But for someone like you to use a card like that, and he's like, I don't remember putting this card in my deck. Nani? And Zanya's saying, this will be fun to translate. Dragon Slaying Sword Balmung. It's a meta card. The English anime translates this to a hate card. A card that specifically targets an enemy's weakness. So Kimura used a card like that to win. Kazane's saying, messing up your play style by like doing something like that doesn't sound fun at all. They make like a huge deal out of this because like they got the idea right, but like the execution wasn't great because for one, this card, Dragon Slaying Sword Balmung, is like pretty alright even without its effect, which auto kills dragons that it attacks. If you had to guess, or if you couldn't guess, yeah. So it's like a pretty alright. Stats are fine. It has equipment change, which is a Legend World thing. It's useful. It's a good card. But they like played up as like this. Wow, how could Kemura play this card that he knew would defeat Genma, but Kemura's not the one who put the card in his deck. But yeah, so like they got the idea. Like yes, specifically making a deck or using cards specifically to defeat like one player, one type of player is yeah, it's like kind of messed up. Like you're like specifically targeting one person, but like that's not really what happened. And it's like I didn't put that card in my deck, really. And Kazani's saying, wait, you didn't put that card in your deck on purpose? And Rare Maro says, ha 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 ha. Oh, it looks like one of my cards got mixed into your deck. Kimura's saying, your card? And Rare Maro's saying, well, it's fine, isn't it? It's because of that card you were able to win the fight. Winning is everything. That's our rule here at Sengoku Academy. Kimura's Angie says, Rare Maro. Kimura's saying, with this loss, I've been eliminated. I'm gonna go back to my training. Roga's saying, looks like we're, or it looks like you're 1 wins and 2 losses. It looks like we can see the outcome of this battle. Gao's saying, hold on, it's not over yet. Saying, it's alright. I won't give up. And I won't lose either. Or, yeah, we haven't lost yet, I guess. Oroga's saying that's what makes you an opponent worthy of defeating.
Yes.
And Roga's saying, feel free to regroup to figure out a strategy, or just to run away if you want.
Oi.
And we're saying, run away. Zanya says, calm down. And Axia is saying, Makoto, it's in times like this, it's no good to rush. In order to win, sometimes you need to bear this sort of difficulty. Rogue is saying, come back once you're prepared. We'll be your opponents again. Oh, Gao. Okay, we're getting ambushed by Gao. Interesting. So, unrelated to all of this, but in the Retro Yu-Gi-Oh! Instagram group chat, people are talking about this one specific card that's used in Edison and like some other formats, but also advanced, meaning the modern Yu-Gi-Oh! That's like $100. And it's from Edison, like it's from Raging Battle, so like 2010, no, it's 2009. I actually have a copy of this card. I have the more expensive version, so it's like 120. But the context that they're talking about it in is also that in advance, people are using it for the new dragon archetype Tenpai dragons, which is mahjong themed. And they're saying everything is cheap, so maybe I'll buy some of these Tenpai dragon cards. Let me leave a note for myself. Tenpai dragons. Yeah, okay. Of course I have to buy the Haku card. I'll probably buy all the cards, I don't care. I can collect them, I have money. But they use the Chinese names of the tiles. So it's not going to be called the Haku. I think it's probably going to be called like Paipon or something. Anyway, that little sidetrack over. We're saying hello to Suku. Are you on patrol today as well? He's like, yes. Have there been any suspicious occurrences around you recently? Oi! And it's Gao. He says, hey, Makoto Tsukimiya. He used her whole name. Or like, Gao. And he's like, yeah, fight against me, yo. Well, not yo. He says, like, just fight against me. Gao-kun. And Tezuku's like, Gao, what's the big idea all of a sudden? And we're saying, it feels like Gao's talking a bit strange, don't you think? And he's like, no, that's not it at all. Like, right, I'll fight you. And he's saying, just go easy on me, will ya? And we're saying, what are you saying? That's not like you at all, Gao. You would never ask for something like that. And he's saying, well, you know, what I mean to say is, would you mind losing to me? Yeah. Or like, you're persistent, aren't you, Gao? If we're gonna have a fight, it's gonna be all out. And it's like, fine, I guess I have to. Well, let's just fight. What's up with Gao today? I mean, I know what's up with Gao, but... Oh, free win. Oh my goodness. Okay, so...
Open the flag! Magic World!
So, in the anime, Drum, Gao's buddy, travels to different worlds to train and learn new skills. One of the worlds he goes to is Magic World, so he becomes a Drago Wizard. And like, there we go, we can see him. Drum is a Drago Wizard, like, fine. He's got the big hat, which is cool. But then the rest of his outfit's kind of whatever. And he still has his grills, which is kind of weird. But, like, he doesn't even really use magic. He just, like shoots drills with people. It's just, it's a little silly, honestly. But, I mentioned last stream that, no one else in the game really plays Drago Wizards. Gao, like, has a deck with Drum and Axia in it, and like one other Drago Wizard, I think. I don't know. So like maybe he kind of counts, but it's really just a Drum deck. It's not Drago Wizard Drum is just not good. But you know, he has to play it. But yeah, so yeah, Gao's playing this weird Drago Wizard Drum deck. So he does have Magic World. But yeah, he casts a nice one, which is pay 1 gauge, draw 2, hard once per turn. And so here's his Axia. Yeah, Yelp plays Dragon Wizards and like the punchy wizard people. There's like wizards who just like do magic punches and stuff, and they're not that great either. Anyway, he's gonna deal us 1 damage with Axia, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Do I need 2 Axia? Do I need Solomon Shield? I probably don't need Solomon Shield. Ooh, okay, I like that. I will, in that case. Oh, actually, nah, we're gonna be greedy. I'm gonna buddy call Dragon Wizard Kinu's Axia to the center. I don't think I'll die next turn. I think we'll be fine. I will deal 1 damage to the opponent. I will call Magician of Glass, Will Glass Art to the left. And then I will also call Magician of Glass, Will Glass Art to the right. My Axia will attack his Axia, and mine's better. You can see I have the SPs. His are just the triple Rs, not as good. In real life, I actually have a playset, meaning 5 copies of SP Dragon Wizard Kinu's Axia. Okay, here's what I thought he would use. He's playing the counterspell, You the Man. So this is like from the Punchy Wizard guys. This is their +3/+3 counterattack counterspell for wizards. So he gives this guy +3/+3 counterattack. So counterattack is a keyword that at the end of the battle that this defending monster was attacked. If it's still on the field, you can destroy one of the attacking monsters with defense lower than or equal to the defending monster's power. So he destroyed our Axia. A little sad, but it's fine. Can you believe that Wizard players back in Season 1 actually thought this was the way to play the deck? They'd play a bunch of small wizards, and then they'd be like, yeah, I'll use You the Man for the plus. And it's like, what? It's like, definitely not right. I end my turn. Anyway, I hit him with Glass Art, the second one anyway, so I got to pay a gauge and draw a card. People also played it with this size 2 wizard that was like 4/2/4. I don't think it's in this game. It's not in this game. It's 4/2/4, but if you cast a spell, once per turn it gains +2/+2, so it becomes like a 6/6. But it's like, come on, man, are you really gonna use this just to get that guy to 9/9? It's like, who cares? Anyway, he has another nice one, which is unfortunate. This is Mana Booster Mal Arcane. When this monster enters the field, put the top card of your deck into your gauge, and then your opponent puts the top 2 cards of their deck into their gauge. And this card cannot be bounced to the hand. So he's gonna give us some gauge. Thank you. Played another Axia. Sure. Yep. Ouchie. And he has a Magician of Glass, Will Glass Art of his own. I see. I'll take the 1, I don't care. This one I will stop because I don't want him to draw a card. I'm gonna cast Chillax. I don't think I played this card before, even in the last stream. I don't remember playing it last stream. But anyway, I pay 1 gauge, and the next time I take damage this turn, it's reduced to 0, and then I heal 1 instead. And I'll take this too. Unfortunately, Malarkine's 3k defense, so I can't even wipe his board. Oh, now I can. Oh, we're good. We'll charge Tempest Swing. Oh, nice. What do we got here? I'm gonna cast Key of Solomon First Volume. It's a counterspell that just gives me 2 gauge. And I'm gonna use those 2 gauge to equip Gunrod Stradivarius. Okay, I paid Burning Wand out. That's good. I'm gonna call another Keenus Axia. I'll use the other gauge that he gave me with Malarkine. Dang, it's a nice one. Alright, Keenus Axia. Deal 1 damage to the opponent. I'm gonna activate Gunrod Stradivarius. I'm gonna wipe his board, I think. Yeah, we have the power to this class art. I was just thinking, like, am I attacking directly? Probably not, so in that case I will attack like this. Have Axia attack his Axia. Mission of Glass Will Glass Art attacks Mission of Glass Will Glass Art. And then my other Magician of Glass Will Glass Art will attack his mana booster Malarkine. Okay, I went through. Okay, we got 6 card to his 4 now. I mean, he has the initiative because he was going first. He also drew 2 nice ones, and never mind, 3 nice ones. Must be nice, gal. Must be nice. Okay. Here is Dragon Wizard Magician Drum. It costs 1 gauge. It's a size 2, 5/2/2. If your life is 5 or less, you can pay 6 gauge, destroy the opponent's center monster, and deal 4. He does not have 6 gauge. This is why the drum's not that good. No response. He has a lot of cards in hand though. It might just be crap that cost gauge, you know? So it's like, I guess I'll charge Genjiro Knit Schuler. I'm drawing my vanillas when I don't really need them. 2, still 4. Okay, I'm gonna call Prentice Magician Rhodey. It's just a vanilla. I'm gonna activate Gunrod Stradivarius, giving the power. Oh, I totally forgot to mention Gunrod Stradivarius. It's an item that I equip, but I don't normally attack with it because you can rest it. Deal 1 damage to the opponent and 3k to one of your guys. So in this way, we can play around Yuga Man. Goodbye, drum. Magician of Glass Will Glass Art attacks. He casts Solomon Shield, so negates 1 non-link attack. We'll try again. Try again. What did I charge this turn? I charged Genjiro, so this is Tempest Swing, right? Cool. Draw a card. Got another counterspell. Feeling pretty safe. As long as I have the Chillax, I know I'm safe. Magical Goodbye doesn't hurt though. Another drum, feel free. What was that? That's another Malarkine. Sure. I'll take more gauge, thank you. I mean, guess it's fine. It's like not a big deal.
モンスターにアタック
That one I care about a little bit more.
これでキャスト
I'm gonna cast Magical Goodbye. I'm gonna return. I cannot choose Malachine, so I'm gonna return the attacked Will Lesser to my hand, and this nullifies the attack since all of the monsters on one side of the battle left the field.
ターン終了俺のターンドロ
Another
ー
Stradivarius?
チ
I
ャー
don't
ジ
need that.
ドロ
Ooh, Mary Sue. Okay, that's pretty good. Can we just clock him? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna call Center of the World Mary Sue to the center.
ーコール能力発動
Search my deck for a great spell, My Grandfather Clock. I'll cast it. I'll leave Genjiro in the gauge. Even though I don't really need another Stradivarius back in my deck, but it's like one card. Big Gun Rod. Give the power to Mary Sue. Alright, Center of the World, Mary Sue. Attack, drum.
モンスターにアタック今だキャスト
He has Magical Goodbye for his own monsters, so you're okay dying. Works for me. Legend of Glass will Glass Art. Attack the
ファイ
fighter.
ターにアタックこいつで勝利だ
Yeah, I guess the AI's not like
ありがとうございました
they know how to protect their own cards with Magical Goodbye, which is normally what you would be doing, but guess didn't like think it through. And it's like, no way. And then he curses.
心配だな
And we're like, what's really going on, Gao? You're acting really
Yeah.
strange. And Suzuki's like, no, Makoto, that person isn't Gao. We're like, what? What does that mean? And he's like, ah, you got me.
No.
It's like, what? It was really someone else? Tsuku's saying, that outfit, or that uniform. You're a student from Sengoku Academy who is disguised as Gao.
何を
What are you trying to accomplish by impersonating Gao? He's saying, I was trying to get in Roga's good graces by defeating one of his enemies. And we're saying, oh, I see. But why is Gao? He said, I figured I'd be able to beat you more easily if I showed up as one of your friends. This doesn't happen in the anime, by the way. Like, the whole Sengoku Academy fight, it just takes place all in a row, and that's it. Tezuka saying, like, even if it's everything goes, no holds barred, that's a little bit too much to disguise yourself as someone else for a fight. We're saying, there's a chance that there's other students who will do things like this, so just be wary. Or like, ugh, it sounds awful. Sue's saying, if you come across anyone who's even the least bit suspicious, just let me know, okay?
はいじゃあね
Alright, that was the ambush, so not the main story thing. Main story thing should be the next fight. Okay. We're saying, it's an awful atmosphere, as always, here. Let's get those guys back as soon as possible, or those two. We're saying, Gao, can I ask you something? And he's like, what is this all of a sudden? It's about that Kimura guy. He beat Genma using a hate card. But it looks like he didn't mean to do so. And Gao's like, yeah, that's true. Yes, that was pretty terrible. Is this how far those players are willing to go to win? To make your friends suffer? Is that really worth? How do I translate this properly? Like, I can't believe they go to these lengths, even like leaving their friends with awful memories like that just to win. When I see Roga like that, or sorry, like seeing Roga like that, do you still? And then Gal's like, that's right, I haven't changed my mind. I'm gonna make all of my Buddyfight, like everyone I play against in Buddyfight, a friend. It's true that Roga has changed quite a bit since we last saw him. But once I have a serious fight with him, then we'll know for sure. That's why I know I'll be able to befriend him through our match, I guess. Like, it's kind of a hard thing to translate. The idea is like he's gonna give it his all, and by having a really good buddy fight, they're gonna become friends. I'm sure that Genma and Kimura are gonna be able to repair their bond as well.
Yes.
All right, let's just have fun buddy fights like we always do. And Kazane jumps in. She's like, "Yeah, that's right. Let's just have fun buddy fighting." I want to have a buddy fight that makes everyone want to have fun. We're like, okay, sure. I won't lose either. Yeah, they're all just saying the same thing. Let's just have fun buddy fights. And Roga's like, you're back, huh? I thought for sure you would have run away. Looks like these guys have a little bit of backbone.
Oi!
There's no way we would leave in the middle of a battle, or we would like give up in the middle of the battle. It's like that's some
勝利こそ全て
Not confidence, but resolve. That's some good resolve. That's the right word. But in Buddyfight, winning is everything. Nothing else matters. We're saying, I don't agree. Through suffering and defeat, you can get stronger. There's no such thing as a fight without value. I'm gonna show you that here. It's like, oh, that's interesting. Well, then why don't you show me your power? Camera, go win. He's like, win. And he's like, oh, I got it. And we're saying, Camera, before we fight, I want to speak to you. And Stealth says, what, are you gonna complain? He's like, no. He's like, I can't approve of how you defeated Genma. Like, again, who cares? Like, they really played it up as like this awful thing, but it's like, again, the execution was not the best. It definitely could have been like that. They definitely could have done a better job with it, but you know. However, I understand that the deck you used was not one you put together on your own. So if you're still regretting having used that card, then this time why don't we give it our all and fight fair and square. And Kazana's like, I want to fight too. Hey, you, would you please fight against me? And he's like, alright, I'll take your challenge. She's like, thank you. In that case, let's have a fun buddy fight. And he's like, I wonder. And Riramaru's saying, in that case, I guess Maro's opponent is you. He's like, looks like it. It's like, we'll struggle as much as you want. It's like, those are big words coming from you. You must be pretty confident. He's like, of course. He's like, I'll show Roga Maro's true, or I'll have Roga acknowledge my strength, or Maro's strength, because he speaks in the third person. Alright, I almost hit skip because I was just mashing. Thankfully there's like a delay, well, not a delay, but like they don't let you like mash all the way through the options, which is nice. Alright, well let's beat this guy. Okay, so Sylph even does the Luminize chant for him because he doesn't speak. Alright, Roga's jumping in saying, you better win, Kimura. And he says, I'll play fair and square, do my best to win, and that will be atonement for my sins. Here we go. Okay, so he is playing Legend World. On the spectrum I mentioned earlier from having high stats and not as great effects to having low stats and more powerful spells and effects. Legend World is more towards the former. It's not as far as like Danger World. It's probably a little bit. It's probably close to Dragon World in terms of the stat and spell balance. You can see he's playing Wider Sarkal, which are just like legendary monsters pretty much. This is Walwell Drahe. It's a vanilla, but you cannot call this monster unless your buddy monster is Wider Sarkal, which Sylph is. This is a 7/1/3 vanilla, size 1. 7k power on a size 1, that's like the highest. This is like the strongest size 1 in terms of power. As far as vanillas go, I guess. It probably is regardless. But anyway. What do we got? Ooh. This is a little rough because all their guys cost gauge. That said, I think I still charge. Okay, this is alright. I'm gonna cast Nice One. I charge Mint Schuler because he's a vanilla that costs a gauge. Paid Rhodey out, that's fine. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna call. Well, he might have the Wider Sarkal. I'm gonna buddy. No. I'm gonna buddy call Dragon Wizard Kinus Axia to the center. Let's deal him 1 damage. I'm gonna call another Dragon Wizard Kinus Axia to the right. I'm gonna deal him 1 damage. I'm gonna call Jace Aldis to the left. He's a vanilla that costs 1 life, except he's not a vanilla because he has an ability that lets him add power by paying gauge. But he's effectively a vanilla. Alright. Oh, okay. So he's using this equip spell that has a counter on it, so it can be equipped at instant speed. This is, what's the English name? Divine Protection Pridwen. I haven't played with these cards in English for like years, but yeah, that's his name. This is an item that's not a weapon. It's actually just a shield. Has 0 power, 0 crit, as you can see. Anytime you would take damage, you can pay 2 gauge to reduce the damage by 2. So like, the idea is it has counter, so you can just equip it on your opponent's turn, and reduce the damage you would take. But first, I'm going to use Jace Aldis to attack Wawel Drahe. Okay, he has it. Okay, good. This is what I expected. He's playing. This is a spell card called the Wider Sarkal. It's a counter spell that is the +3 power, +3 defense, and counter attack to a Wider Sarkal monster in battle. So just like you, the man, for wizards. This is what I expected, so I'm like totally fine letting Jace die, which is why I put Jace on the side and not in the center. So that's fine. It's really funny that this card is just called the Wider Sarkal when the attribute is Wider Sarkal. Because in the anime, when we saw Kimura play, and like when we would see Kimura play, it was before the cards came out at all, like in Japanese or in English. So it's like all the characters start saying like the Wider Sarkal. It's like, what are you talking about, the attribute? And it's like, no, that's what the spell card is called. And it like took a little while to catch on. Like, wait, okay, I guess so. It's a little silly, but that's just how it was. Okay, so now he's going to equip Famous Sword Fronting. So both Fronting and Divine Protection Pridwen have a keyword ability called Equipment Change, which you can use once per turn, when you equip a card with equipment change, you can return the item you already had equipped back to your hand, allowing you to change equipments. Who would have guessed? So he's Buddy calling Sylph. This is a size 0, cost a gauge. When it enters the battlefield, you can add an equip spell from your, an item from your drop zone to your hand. Not equip spell, item. He's attacking Axia. I'm gonna let this throw. That's fine. Feel free. Ooh, class art. Okay, already have 4. It's pretty aight. I'm gonna charge Axia. Okay. I'm gonna call Magic Secretary Genjiro-Saki to the center. His ability reduces the cast cost of all of my spells by 1 gauge. My Magic World spells, specifically. I'm gonna cast Nice One. It would normally cost me 1 gauge, but I could just play it for free. Aww. Well, I can't clock him. I mean, I could waste a bunch of cards and then clock him, but I don't think that's useful. Since I've got multiple counter spells, I'm not in any danger. I think I'm just gonna attack him. He's gonna equipment change on his Divine Protection Pridwen. I tried playing this stuff when it came out, Legend World stuff. I have all the cards still. It's like whatever. Most of the cards aren't like, super great, and they don't work well. Or they don't work well that. They don't work that well together. And believe it or not, some of Legend World's best items at the time did not have equipment change, so you couldn't use it effectively with Pridwen. He's at 1 now, okay. So soon we'll be able to start forcing negates out of Pridwen, even with 1 damage cards. Or 1 damage like things. That's fine. So he's using Wawel Drahe to attack Genjiro-Saki, and I'm gonna cast Epic Fail. When his opponent's size 2 or lower monster is attacking alone, I can return it to the hand, but since I control a Drago Wizard monster, I return it to his gauge instead. Well, not return, send it to his gauge. So now he's gonna have to do a link attack, which I will allow. That's the 5th wizard in my drop zone. 5th name, rather. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna charge Measure's Last Will Glass Art. I'm gonna cast Key of Solomon First Volume. I'm gonna equip Gunrod Stradivarius. I'm gonna cast Great Spell, my Grandfather Clock. Putting Glass Art in the drop zone got me my 6th name after letting Genjiro-Saki die. I activate Gunrod Stradivarius' effect, giving 3,000 power to Axia and dealing 1 damage. So, the way Divine Protection Pridwen works is he could respond to me activating Stradivarius' effect to equip it. And then when the effect goes through, he could reduce the damage by paying gauge. However, the CPU, I guess, doesn't think of that. Not that it mattered. I had so much damage over my 2 turns, like, he was just gonna die. But that just shows another flaw in how the CPU is programmed around specific cards. Yeah, because Pridwen, they normally just equip at the start of the battle phase, which is also, like, not the best way of doing it, but it's, like, fine. Like, there's a little bit more that goes into the decision making on equipping Pridwen, but you know. Because you can only equipment change once per turn. He's like, oh, I lost. And so it's like, cheer up, Kimura.
ありがとうな
And we're saying, that was a good match. Thank you, Kimura.
ありがとうケム
It's like, thank you as well. And we're saying, I wish Genma could have seen this fight. If he had seen it, I'm sure he would understand.
お電話
And he's saying, I'm gonna go look for
フ
Genma.
ァイトするケム
I'm going to fight with Genma fair and square until he forgives me.
あ
It's like, I'm sure you guys will be able to patch things up. Roga's like, how pathetic. Get out of here, loser.
当たり前だ
And he's saying, I thought I told you already. Don't stick your nose in where it doesn't belong, or like don't get involved in our business. Like implying that this is Sengoku Academy business. It looks like the other matches have been decided as well.
ごめんね
And Kazana's like, sorry, I lost.
僕の勝ちだな
And Zanya's like, I won. That makes it 3-3, even, or we're even now.
やるな
He's the English word for even. And Roga's like, looks like you guys aren't that bad. Or like, I guess not. I guess he just translated as like, not bad. Looks like things are getting interesting. And Gao's stomach starts growling, I guess. Gao hasn't even played yet. And he's like, sorry, I'm starving. And she's like, I'm a little hungry too. Or I'm a little peckish. And we're saying, I guess it can't be helped. Even Sengoku Academy should have like a vending machine or something, right? Shall we go buy something?
おいおい
Wait, do we have to win? Like, he says bread. Like, they have bread in vending machines in Japan. But like, do we have to win stuff from the vending machine with a buddy fight?
やったね
And she's like, it sounds really fun being able to buddy fight for lunch. And Zanya's like, wow, you guys aren't taking this seriously at all, are you? And Roga's like, ugh, there's no point in fighting you guys the way you are right
Shut
now.
up.
We'll continue this later. This just again, this doesn't happen in the anime. It's just an excuse to like have a break between fights, so you could go elsewhere and do things. But we are just gonna go straight into the fight.
あ
Service is like Broga, and he's like, yeah, they're here. And Gao's like, sorry to keep you waiting, Broga.
よし
All that's left is Broga and Kirisame, just two.
違う
And he's like, did you forget?
あ
Oh, Service is like, did you forget? And Broga's saying, I said it at the beginning, but there's 6 of us. Looks like our sixth player is here. Show yourself. Oh my gosh, it's Yuki, and he says Makoto. I'm like, Yuki, you're the sixth player? Saying, what is the meaning of this, Roga? Yuki says, Makoto, I'm here of my own free will. And we're asking, what are you saying, Yuki? Like, I wanted to become stronger. No matter what I did, it wasn't good enough. Dude, you literally just started playing, like, last week. Why are you so down on yourself? Anyway, he's saying, everyone had been teaching me, helping me, but I was still so weak. We're saying, that's not true at all. You made your way through the ABC Cup, didn't you? But I still wasn't good enough to beat you. I'm weak. And he's like, now we're saying, if that's the case, why don't we just practice together? Or like, he used a word for special training. It's like, I guess. Yuki's saying, but then I'll never catch up to you. Roga's been teaching me a way to get stronger here. I've gotten a lot stronger here at Sengoku Academy. I won't come back, implying to Iroh Academy, until I've gotten strong enough that I won't lose to anyone.
Oi.
I'm saying, wake up, Yuki. The fights here at Sengoku Academy aren't what you're looking for. And Roga's saying he's made up his mind. Don't waste your breath. He's saying, Yuki Tendo, no matter what it takes, you have to win. Winning is how you get stronger. He's like, okay. And Zanya's saying, I'll be your opponent. I won't call it a revenge match, but you beat me at the ABC Cup. I recognize my loss after a great match with you. It wasn't just because you're strong, it's because there was something shining bright from within you. I had to take a moment to figure out like how to translate this and make it sound not awful. So fight against me once more. That'll help you open your eyes. It's like, alright, Zanya. In that case, I'll fight Zanya first, I guess. But I'll win this time too. This is the only way for me to get stronger. And Shosetsu's asking, is it okay for you to be looking away? He's like, I'm Shosetsu Kirisame. Your next opponent. Looks like Roga's after a match with Yao. Notice me, senpai, he says. He wants Roga to acknowledge him as well, except he just like he's not this needy about it in the in the anime, but yes, that's what this is. It's another Notice Me Senpai. Am I the one more deserving of this power, or that Yuki? Power? What are you talking about? It has nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you people. It's for my own wishes, or my own desires. And Sophia appears out of nowhere and she says, "Do you want power?"
何どうして
And Gao's saying, "What is Aibo Academy's vice or student council vice president doing here?"
え
He's like, "Here. What's with this black deck case?
そうね
This is a dark core deck case. It has special powers." And Yuki's like, "Special power? Is this the same as Roga's?"
そう
Because I didn't really mention it, but last time when we saw Roga, he was like, you know, very nicely dressed. His hair was not insane anime hair. He just had normal anime hair, but now he's got insane anime hair. So it's like, the longer the hair, the more power they have, right? Or I guess the more crazy their hair is, the more powerful they are. So it's not explained yet, but the gist of it is that like the dark core deck case has like some magic power that makes the person stronger or gives them special abilities or something. I won't spoil it too much. And Sophia's like, "That's right. If you are the chosen ones, or if you are among the chosen few, once you have this dark core deck case, you'll definitely become
こ
stronger.
のダークコアを使いなさ
Here, take this."
いよっしゃ
And he's like, "If I have this, I can become stronger."
やめるんだ
And Tetsuku barges in. Everyone's showing up. He's like, "Stop that this instant."
先輩
She's like, "Tetsuku Ryuenji,
何を
those core deck cases are dangerous." Before you start handing those out, the buddy police will confiscate
仕
them.
方ないわね
And just like, it looks like I have no choice.
待て
So then she disappears. She was just like, in the anime, she uses like a Buddyfight card to open a portal and just teleports everywhere. And my friends and I would joke that she's just playing Magical Goodbye. Cause like, what card just opens a portal? Anyway, he's like, she vanished. She shouldn't have gotten far. How do you know that? She used magic. She could literally be in another country. You can't know.
おい
And we're saying, "Hey, where are you going?"
え
He's like, how do I translate this into English? Like, the implication is that we were supposed to have a buddy fight, right? And he's like leaving and he's like, I could care less about this. I have to go find that girl in her in that deck case.
ふざけるな
And Roga's like, "Shosetsu, stay and fight. Do you intend to run away from an opponent?"
いいでしょ
He's like, "All right. I guess I'll just have to destroy you first." And we're asking, "Do you think it'll really be that easy?" He's like, "Of course." Well, Gohan and get ready.
千の剣千の誓いによって敵を撃つルミナイズ剣の城塞
Kirisame is like fine, I guess. His deck is also, well, I guess we'll see.
オープンザフラッグマジックワールドレジェンドワールド俺のターンだな
He is playing Legend World. He's using the Legendary Heroes theme. What was the English translation? I think it's just Hero. Yeah, I think it's just Hero. Because it's later in the game they introduce Superhero, and in English they're called superheroes, but in Japanese they're just called hero. But they're hero like the English word hero, but these heroes, which are called heroes in English, are the kanji for like legendary hero. So it's like it's slightly confusing if you know the Japanese, but you know these are like the hero theme, the Legend World heroes. A focus around that equipment change thing that we saw earlier with Kimura. His buddy is actually an item. This is Immortal Sword Durandal. It's a 6/1 item, it cannot be destroyed, and it can be used as your buddy! Exclamation point. The exclamation point is very important. It has equipment change, and that's it. The 6/1 on an item is still pretty good. Like, the 6k power is... 6k is a significant stat line. In any case, we're going first. Ooh. See, I know what he has, like... I know what he does, so... I kinda... Can I charge the clock first? I feel like I charged Tempest Wing first. Ooh, this is a good opener. Okay, I'm gonna call... Oh, but to the center? Is it better? I'll put him on the side, I think. I'll play Magician of Glassable Glass Art. Attack the fighter. My deck doesn't have a great matchup against Shosetsu's. It's not like awful, but it's not great. I drew nice one for next turn, so that'll be good. Hopefully I don't die. And he's like, I don't have free time to be messing around with you. I'll defeat you in an instant. Okay, Buddy calls Durandal. This is Great Wizard Merlin. This is hero attribute. It's also wizard attribute, which is kind of funny. Its ability is you can discard one hero attribute card and pay 1 gauge. If you do, look at the top 5 cards of your deck and add any hero spells or items, or sorry, up to 2 hero spell or items from among them to your hand. The rest go to the bottom of the deck in any order, soft once per turn. He discarded a monster. He got Hunting and Holy Grail. We saw Hunting before. That's the 3/1 item with equipment or the 1/3 item with equipment change. Holy Grail is the shield spell. It's like Battle Aura Circle. It's hero attribute, of course. Okay, this is why I didn't put in the center. Okay, so discarded Galahad first. Okay. He paid 1 gauge to summon Knights of the Round Table King Arthur. This is a size 2 that costs a gauge. When it link attacks with another hero, you can put the top card of your deck into your gauge, and then this card gains Penetrate, which is like Piercing or Trample if you play other card games, which is why I didn't put my guy in the center, because like he has stuff that does this. So I'm just gonna take this because I can't stop it. So he gets his gauge back. I take 3 damage. Ouchie. Do I block this or do I just let it go? Probably should block it. Solomon Shield's not getting that much value in this matchup. Okay.
チャージ&ドロ
Good, that's a good card to draw. I'm gonna cast a nice one.
ーキャスト
I'll draw 2. I do need to deal with Arthur. Or I would prefer to deal with Arthur. I would like to deal with Arthur. He's annoying. But I would also like to deal with Merlin. But there's multiple way of quote-unquote dealing. So I'm gonna call Center of the World, Mary Sue, to the center. Let me see how many wizards we got. 3. There's 2 on the board. Okay, I'm gonna
能
search.
力発動
Oh, that's what I wanted. Kosher. I cast Kosher.
キャスト
Since I have 2 wizards on the field, I get a gauge and draw a card. Ooh, that's good. Okay. I'm gonna equip
装備
Magic Arm Burning Fist. Center of the World, Mary Sue. Attack Merlin.
モンスターにアタック
I don't think I'll be able to do enough damage fast enough, so I'm gonna try and deal with his monsters, especially these high value monsters. So I'm gonna have Magic Arm Burning Fist and Magician of Glass Will start do a link attack. Magic Arm Burning Fist can attack even if I have a monster in the center.
それではキャスト
Okay, he casts what's the English name of this card? Heroic Spirit? Something like that. Yeah, that sounds right. It's been so long since I played with these cards in English. So this is their +3/+3 counterattack spell. So yeah. Goodbye, Magician of Glass with Glass Art. I knew thee well.
能力発動
Oh well. I guess I'll end my turn. I have to think, do I want to
ターン
use
終了
Magical
私のター
Goodbye
ン
to
ドロ
bounce
チャージ&ドロ
Arthur or Mary
Good.
Sue? Oh, okay, it'll be Mary Sue. That's no question now. This is Knights of the Round Table Going. When it performs a link attack with another hero, it gets Penetrate. I don't want to take 4 Penetrate, that's kind of a lot.
連携攻撃能
Oh,
力発動
oh, wait. Oh. Okay, do I let this go? It's 4. Can I clock him next turn is the question. Draw, charge and draw. P2. Search. Call over. I can clock him next turn if I save
これで
Mary
キ
Sue,
ャス
so
ト
I guess I will. This also negates 2 of the damage.
ファイターにアタックターン終了です俺のターンドロ
Oh, that's a good card to draw. I'm gonna
ー
charge
チャージ&ドロ
Keenest
ー
Axia. I'm gonna play Mary Sue first, so I don't accidentally charge all my clocks off of Key of Solomon first volume.
能力発動
I'm gonna add Great Spell my Grandfather Clock with Mary Sue's effect to search any spell from my deck. It's 1, 2, oh. Wait, so I already have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm gonna have to call over Mary Sue anyway, so it's like fine, but I'm gonna call.
コール
Magic Secretary Genderosaki. I'm gonna cast Key of Solomon first
キャ
volume.
スト
And then I'm gonna cast Great Spell my Grandfather Clock.
キャスト
So after this turn, it'll be my turn. And I'm gonna cast Nice One.
キャスト
Maybe I should have cast Nice One first. Oh, that's pretty good. I'm gonna Buddy Call. Dragon Wizard Kinus Axia to the center.
バディコール
Let's deal 1 damage to the opponent.
能力発動
I'm going to cast Kosher,
キャスト
get a gauge draw card. Okay, not bad, not bad.
装備
Okay, he equipped Divine Protection Pridwen.
能力発動
This is the shield. Okay, so I definitely won't be able to kill him under this clock. That being said, I could just kill his monsters. That would put me in a decent position. Right. Axia and Burning Fist.
連携攻撃
Link attack. Okay, he didn't have another Heroic Spirit, so that's good. Heroic Spirit's an interesting card because, no, this one should be at face. This one should be at face.
ファイターにアタック
Yeah, Heroic Spirit's an interesting card
能力
because
発動
it's the first of the counter spells that specifically mentions monster. Because older counter spells like Drago Energy or whatever, they only mention like card. So before then, like if you had an item with the attributes, like if you have an Armor Dragon item, you could use Drago Energy on it, which is relevant. But they're like, no, you can't use Heroic Spirit on your fronting. So like, we gotta stop this. So they just specifically are like, no, you only monsters. And it's funny because there's an Ancient World theme, Wild Dragons, and I actually have 2 of these counter spells. One of them is for any Wild Dragon card. So like, if you have a Wild Dragon item, you could give it the extra power or whatever. But the other one's only for monsters. So like, one of them is strictly better than the other one. And of course, that being the older one is better. Anyway, I end my turn. But it's my turn again.
ターン終了俺のターンドロー
Okay, next. Again, we won't be able to kill him, so I'm just gonna pair. Kind of want to keep Rhodey. We'll
チャ
charge
ージ
Burning One.
ドロー
That's pretty good. Alright. No, Axia Direct.
ファイターにアタック
He still has a Holy Grail, unless he charged it, which would be ridiculous, because Holy Grail's like super important in the hero deck. It is not only their main shield, but it
モンスターにアタック
is used by other cards. Alright, attack direct. I don't know if he'll reduce his damage, but
それではキャスト
nope, he just used Holy Grail, which is kind of wrong. You're supposed to keep this and use Pridwen, but it's fine. But yeah, my hand is loaded with counter spells and a replacement monster if I need it, so yeah.
ターン終了私のターンですねドローチャージドロー装備
Okay, he equipped his Durandal again, taking his Pridwen back to his hand with equipment change. Sorry, I just got a message. Okay, this is Galahad. Oh! Dang. Okay, a lot of messages in the Furry Mahjong group chats. Anyway, this is Knights of the Round Table Galahad. It's size 1. When it link attacks with another hero, you can pay 3 gauge to add a Holy Grail from your drop zone to your hand. It's so funny because the kanji for Holy Grail is just a holy cup, right? And they put the furigana over it, and it's like 8 characters. So it's like just 2 kanji, but it's like 8 characters, or 8 katakana for the furigana. It's just kind of funny. Do I care if he gets a Holy Grail back? Do I care? I don't really care. No, you're fine. Genjiro Saki. Fine. Fine. Is that fine? That's fine. You get your stinking cup back. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of magical goodbyes. But that's pretty good in this instance. Oh, I don't need that other item. I'm gonna call Rody to the left. Alright, battle. Okay. He re-equips Pridwin, taking Durandal back to his hand, that's fine, I don't care. Magic Arm, Burning Fist, attacks Galahad. The reason for this is I want him to use a Heroic Spirit. If he has it, it's just a waste of card. Items can't get counterattacked, so like it'll just block the attack. And I'm okay with a 1-for-1. Alright, Axia, attack the fighter. This forces out the Holy Grail. Again, he probably should just pay 2 gauge to produce, but that's fine. Brody attacks. Okay. We could have game next turn if he plays poorly, which is possible. Okay, he's re-equipping Durandal. That's fine. That's Gawain. By all means. He's Link attacking Axia, adding Penetrate to Gawain, and I'm gonna cast Magical Goodbye. I'll return Axia to my hand, and this will end the battle. Yeah, the trample doesn't go through. The battle just doesn't occur. Oh my gosh, the last Magical Goodbye. I'm not complaining. I call Dragon Wizard Kinu's Axia to the center. Dealing 1 damage to the opponent. I guess I'll play it normal as if, because what I could do is use Magical Goodbye, bounce Axia, play it, burn 1, and then do the same thing again. Oh, excuse me. Could not mute quickly enough to stop the sneeze. Yeah, what I could do is use Magical Goodbye to reuse Axia twice, and then deal 2 more damage to him before he equips Ridwin. But I'm just gonna play as if I'm gonna play in a way that doesn't abuse. Wait, what? Did he charge his Pridwin? Wait, he couldn't have. Oh no, now he's gonna do it. I just hadn't passed priority yet. Okay, yeah. It's over. And then he reduces the damage to 0. Alright, now it's actually over. It's funny because you get the like haha I win animation, even though the damage could or would be reduced. But in later games they're like, okay, let's check to make sure the damage isn't reduced to, before like we play the animation. It's just in this one it plays. Alright, so we beat Shosetsu. He's like, oh, how could I have lost? It's like, even though your fight style is well attuned to your deck, you just weren't paying attention. Like your mind was clearly elsewhere, I guess is the better way of translating it, the more natural way. there's no way you could win in a condition like that.
そのようです。
And he's saying, looks like I'm not as good as I thought. Or maybe I'm more green than I thought. Like more inexperienced, I guess. It looks like even if I were to get that core deck case in this condition,
やりますね。
the way you face any enemy without backing down, it's admirable. It's like a weird way for him to say it. Like I wasn't quite sure how to translate it. It looks like you have true strength.
いや。
Even if that's true, it's not my strength
そう
alone.
でしょうか。
Is that so?
ああ。
It's definitely a type of strength that anyone can accomplish, or anyone can achieve. Not just me, even you. He's like, that might be true, huh?
それでは。
Makoto Tsukimiya. I'm sure, or let's meet again someday. I'm glad I was able to fight you.
ああ。
Me too. See you again sometime.
無様
And Roga's like, what a pathetic charade.
な。
勝利こそ全て
It doesn't matter what the fight was like. All that matters are the
分
results.
かった
He lost because he was weak. That's all. And Yuki's like, I did it. I won. And with that, I've gotten a bit stronger.
な。
And we're like, Zanya.
すまない。
He's like, watch out, Makoto. He's completely different than the last time that we fought. How do I translate this? He fought with such fervor that it was a little bit frightening.
いいか
You're next, Makoto. I'll become even stronger by defeating you, as if that's how it works. So in this case, we didn't get an excuse to leave Sengoku, so it's just like, there's no side events, it's just him. Let's go.
よし
And he's like, alright, let's do this.
なんで。
Do you really want to do things this way?
も
Axia's asking, are you okay, Makoto?
え。
And we're like, yeah. How do I translate this? It looks like he, as in Yuki, is like totally caught up in all this. I kind of want to do something for him. Was it he is in Yuki or he is in Makoto? It wasn't super clear. Yuki is saying, what's wrong, Makoto? Are you afraid of losing? It's like, that's not it. It's just that if I fight you the way you are right now, there won't be any meaning of winning. I won't be satisfied. That's not what Buddyfight should be like.
この
Like, that has nothing to do with me. I don't care if you're dissatisfied. I'll do whatever it takes. Because that's what it takes, because that's how I'll become stronger. So just leave me alone.
よし
Alright. Which deck is he gonna be playing? I know, I have an idea, but I don't know which exact deck list he's playing.
ルミナイズ
燃えてきたこ
Okay.
いつで勝負だルミナイズ
He's playing the exact same deck he played last time we played him in the last stream, so it's like, okay, nothing's changed.
オープンザフラッグマジックワールド
ドラゴンワール
That being said, he's still playing
Ore no turn da
like
na.
the Gao drum deck, which is going to be kind of annoying. Our hand's not bad to deal with it though. It's not
チャー
bad.
ジドロー
Could be better. Alright, I'm gonna buddy call.
バディコール
Dragon Wizard, Kinus Axia to the center. There was one 10th swing in our gauge and we have two in our hand.
能力発動
We have a lot of monsters, but it's like not bad because we have 10th swing.
ファイターにアタック
We also have a Key of Solomon first volume to help support them, so it's like probably fine.
ターン
I have like
終
zero
了
defense
俺のタ
though. So he's saying, I don't want to lose. I'm going to become stronger by training here at Sengoku Academy. I'll become stronger by defeating you.
ーンドロー
Here I
チャ
go.
ージドロー装備
So this is Steel. Wait. Was Steel Fist Dragon Knuckle? Yeah.
バディコール
And Buddy calls Drum Bunker Dragon. So Dragon Knuckle costs a life to equip, and when it deals damage to the opponent, you get a gauge off the top of your deck, which is like busted. And then Drum is also busted. He's a size 2 5/3/5 that costs 1 gauge, but he also has 1 soul and soul guard. Soul guard is a keyword ability that if he would leave the field in any way, you can send 1 card from its soul, like the cards beneath him, to the drop zone to keep him on the field. Ooh, I'm gonna take a lot of damage this turn. I don't like that, but I have no way to stop it. This is a double sword dragon. He's just a vanilla. It's a good vanilla, but a vanilla.
ファイターにアタッ
Ouchie.
ク能力発動ファイターにアタック
Big ouchie.
ターン終了
俺のターンドロー
Solomon Shield, huh? That's not that useful against his deck, given what I'm planning on doing, but... Ugh. Kinda... I don't have to keep it, but like, I kinda have to keep it. Can't believe I'm thinking about charging my only counterspell.
チャージ
Kinda have
ドロー
to. Okay. I'm gonna cast a Key of Solomon first.
キャスト
I'm gonna play Dragon Wizard Tempest Wing.
コール
Okay, that's 4 already. I'm gonna activate Tempest Wing.
能力発動
I'm gonna discard. Oh, I have to target first. I'm gonna target Drum. I'm gonna discard Burning Wand from my hand to send Drum to the gauge.
能力発動
But he won't get sent to the gauge. Oh, maybe I should have kept Solomon Shield. Hopefully I don't die. It's like not impossible that I just die.
能力発動
I'm gonna target Drum again. I'll discard Brody. I kind of needed to keep all my other cards, unfortunately. Alright, attack, double sword.
モンスターにアタック
こいつだキャスト
Okay, he casts Wrath of Dragon, which gives Armored Dragon in battle +6/+6, but not counterattack, so we won't get retaliated against. It just protects the monster.
能力
Or allows
発動
smaller monsters to run over bigger monsters. Because it can be used offensively as well. That's not how you normally would use it, but like you can. Alright, I wiped his board, but I'm in big danger, and
ターン終
his
了
cards are like so much higher quality than
チ
mine,
ャージド
or
ロ
his
ー
monsters are. That's like kind of rough. Ooh, that's not good. This is Iron Chain Dragon.
能力発動
It has an act ability that you can pay 1 gauge to reduce an opponent's monster's defense by 3k until end of turn. So that's that. I might just die
モン
this
ス
turn.
ターにアタック
Alright. If I saved the Solomon Shield, I would for sure not
ファ
die,
イターに
but
アタック
like, come on, I kind of needed to charge it.
能力発動
Okay.
ファイナルフェイ
Yep,
ズ
I died.
キャスト
Okay, so he played the Impact Gargantua Punisher. It's just a deal 4 damage to the opponent by paying 4 gauge. If both centers are open, it cannot be reduced or negated.
ガルガンチュアパニッシャ
This is like the most broken Impact in the game at this
ー
point.
勝ったぞ
It's like how Gao wins most of his fights. But yeah, we opened a pretty awkward hand and he had a really good opening, so I was like, yeah, I'm not surprised we lost. We'll just run it back.
よし
Skip. Yeah, that's why even if we have like an end of season deck and he has a beginning of season deck, it's like, it doesn't mean we're gonna win.
ルミナイズ
燃えてきたこいつで勝負だルミナイズ
It's hard to deal with the card quality that Dragon World monsters have as well. Or maybe I should just say Drum and their items are really busted.
オープンザ
フラッグ
フラッグマジックワールド
ドラゴンワールド
Even though Legend World's like all about the items, Dragon World just has the, well, maybe not the best. Actually, they do. I will just say they just have the best items at this point in the game. Even though Danger World is like the item deck.
チャージドロー装備
He equips Sunfist Sunshine Impact. It's like a 6/2 for a gauge. It's it has an effect, but it's not
ファイ
relevant.
ターにアタックターン終了
俺のターンだなドロ
I think I'll charge
ー
a Kid's
チャー
Almond
ジ
first
ド
volume.
ロ
Ooh, that's pretty aight. I'm gonna cast this first. I'm gonna cast
ー
nice
キャスト
one. Draw 2. Another Key of Solomon and another Mary Sue. I'm gonna cast Key of Solomon first
Cast
volume. I'm gonna call the center of the world Mary Sue. What did we pay out? 1 Axia, that's like not great.
能力発動
I'm gonna get a kosher. Just gonna kind of want to keep cards. I'm gonna buddy call Dragon Wizard King's Axia.
バディコール
Yikes, no wizards.
能力発動
I'm just paying all the unknown gauge just so I could find out what it all was. Hopefully get some wizards in the drop zone. Oh my goodness. Well, guess we'll just go.
ファイターにアタック
Have Axia attack as well.
ファイターにアタック
I'm I mean, after all that, I still have 2 gauge and 6 cards in hand.
ターン終了
So, like, it wasn't a bad turn, but
チ
like,
ャージドロー
a little bit unlucky with all the gauge that I paid out.
来
So
い
we played Thousand Rapier Dragon and Systemic Dagger Dragon. Okay, these guys are easier to deal with. They're just vanillas.
モンスターにアタック
I already have another Mary Sue, so I can just kind of let this one die.
ファイターにアタック
I can take this.
ファイターにアタック
I won't be at 4 life. He doesn't even have 4 gauge. We're like kind of fine.
ターン終了
俺のターンドロー
Another Axia.
チャージドロー
Holy moly. Okay, I'm gonna cast another Key of Solomon first
キャスト
one. I'm gonna call to the center of the world Mary Sue. If we can pay enough wizards out of our gauge this turn, we can maybe get somewhere with the clock. Still just 3. There's a Tempest Wing in the gauge, so I can get
能
4,
力
but,
発動
I'm gonna get a nice one. I'm gonna cast Nice One.
キャスト
This is the gauge from Kosher. It was a Chillax. Oh, I drew another Mary Sue, at least. I'm gonna cast Key of Solomon first
キャ
volume.
スト
It's 1, 2, 3. Just 3. We'll try this again.
コール
Call over. Another? Oh my goodness. That was no wizards. Okay, still only 3. Okay, this is
能
not
力
gonna work.
発動
Get a Kosher, cast it. There's a wizard. This is a little rough because I need to make sure I don't die. How many Key of Solomon first volume left? I have 1, maybe? Oh no, I charged 1, so I don't have any left. That's really bad. This is not great. I can pretty much guaranteed live. But it's not great. Let's just swing at his face, I guess.
ファイターにアタック
こいつだキャスト
Blue Dragon Shield, so he negates the attack since the center is open and gets 1 gauge off the top of his deck. Again, I can effectively guaranteed live, so like I'm not worried.
ファイターにアタック
こいつだキャスト
Green Dragon Shield, okay. So this nullifies the attack and he gains a life. Like, these shields are ridiculous. Dragon World had like the best shields at this time, and like the best items. And the best impact. But then again, like impacts are like, if they're not as strong as Gargantua Punisher, they're kind of whatever. Guess we're done.
ターン終了
俺のターンドローチャージドローモンスターにアタック
Okay, so to confirm that we live this turn, I have to take 0 damage. I'm gonna cast
これでキャスト
Magical Goodbye on Mary Sue. Just so I can search again next turn. I'm gonna cast Magical
これ
Goodbye.
でキャスト
ファイターにアタック
And then I'm gonna cast Magical Goodbye.
これでキャスト
Okay, so his hand is probably mostly monsters. He used 2 shields already. So the goal right now is to just make sure I can live and then play a clock so I can just try and kill him. We've got still only 3 wizards, but I have a Tempest Wing in the gauge I can pay out. So pay out Glass Art, I suppose.
チャージドロー
Oh, well, there's the clock. I need to pay those out of gauge, though. I think it's these 2.
コール
Yep.
能力発動
What do I want out of here? I already have a clock. I barely have any spells left that I can even search for. Just triple checking. It's Mary Sue, Axia, Rhodey, Tempest Wing. Okay, so I just need to call over one of these guys. If I have to call over, I should probably leave. I should leave Genjiro. I'm gonna call Drago Wizard Burning Wand. Gonna use Burning Wand's ability, resting him to deal 1 damage. This is a hard once per turn. And then I'm gonna call over. Put Genjiro Saki on the left. I'll put Burning Wand in the drop zone. I'm gonna cast Clock first. I'll put the first volume back. There we go. And then I'll cast Nice One for free. Because Genjiro Saki reduced the cast cost. Okay, I can do more damage now. I call to the center. Drago Wizard, Kinu's Axia. Oh, is Soichiro Tenjiku. Okay. It's pretty uncommon, or I should even say rare. It's pretty rare to use Great Spell My Grandfather Clock twice in the same Buddyfight, but I try and keep it open because it does come up. It does come up in longer fights. Honestly, there have been times where I have used it twice in a row. Okay, he had Blue Dragon Shield. Or like I would clock, and then I would have so much card advantage that I would just clock again on the following turn. So I'd be like clock, end my turn, take my extra turn, and then clock again, take an extra turn. They did end up errataing all of the additional turn cards. Was it all, or was it just clock? I think it was all. But they ended up erratating like extra turn cards to say you can only take one additional extra turn in a row. So like you can't take an extra turn after an extra turn. I forget the wording they used, but that was effectively how it worked. Anyway, I won. I didn't even need the clock turn. But yeah, I suspected that most of his cards in his hand are monsters. That's just like one thing you could do, right? You just like try and force through a bunch of damage. It wasn't really possible with the previous hand I had, but worked here. He's like, I lost. Why can't I win against you? And it's some shadowy figure. He's saying that's because you haven't realized your own power yet. Or your own potential, maybe? My real potential?
Oi.
Who are you? Come with me, Yuki Tendo. Will realize your true potential in the darkness. I want to become stronger. And then he goes with this person. And then they disappear. And Gao's like, let's search for him. They might still be close by. These people use magic to teleport. Why do you just assume that they're going to be close by? And Rogue was like, wait, Gao Mikado. Your fight with me is Like, you have to fight me first. Still no side stuff. Not that we would do it, but I guess Roga's next.
俺とファイトしろ
He's saying, hurry up, Gao Mikado.
おい
And Makoto, or we are saying, Roga, I'm here too. It's like, aren't you a noisy pest? You're no match for me, even though we beat him once.
いや
And he's saying, or we're saying, if you really care about victory, then you can't afford to ignore me.
何
He's like, what?
いいか
I've defeated 3 of your allies already. The winner gets to decide everything. Isn't that your rule?
いいだろ
Alright then. In that case, I'll take you on first.
すまない
What's the proper English term for what he said? It'll be a bloodbath. That's what he said. And we're saying, sorry, Gao. To get involved in your
いい
fight.
ぜ
And he's like, I don't mind. In that case, I want you to give it your all.
あ
We're like, of
Ika.
course. Alright, Roga. If I win, you have to tell me where Kiri and Yuki are. And he's like, as you wish, but there's no way you'll defeat me. We will defeat him. Spoiler alert.
ルミナイズ
エースの力がお前を砕くルミナイズエースデフィート
Oh my gosh, so much
オ
so
ープ
much
ンザフラッグ
マジックワールド
activity
デンジャーワールド
in the Furry Mono
俺
group
のタ
chat.
ーンだな
Anyway, it's my turn. Gosh, I don't want to charge any of these. I guess Gendrosaki makes the
チ
most
ャー
sense to
ジ
charge.
ドロ
I just got Soichiro Tenjiku, so that works. I buddy call to the center.
ー頼むぞバディコール
Drago Wizard Kinus Axia. I will deal 1 damage
能力発動
to the opponent. It sucks that the default is to yourself. To deal a damage, it's really silly. Anyway,
ファイ
Axia
ター
attacks.
にアタック
I end my turn. I have a couple magical goodbyes. I'm feeling pretty safe.
ターン終了
俺のターン
And his deck is pretty straightforward. And he's like, you're no match for me. And then Cerberus is like, alright, then if you lose, I'll cancel our buddy contract. He's like, what? He says, just kidding. Let's go.
ドローチャージ&ドロー装備
This is... what's the English name? Explosive Axe Rikdo Demon Slay. That's the English name. This is a 6/3 item that only costs 1 gauge, but while it's equipped, you cannot call any monsters to your own center. Not that you would with an item this powerful in your center. Oh, it's this. This is Final Battle Scale Magi Demon Slay. He's playing like the Demon Slay cards. Demon Slay is just like an attribute or like a theme. In Danger World, they're pretty good. This prevents both players from calling any size 2 or lower monsters to their center,
コール
which doesn't affect him because he already has Axe. This is Armor Knight Tiger. It's a size 0, but it's 2
コー
crit.
ル
This is Armor Knight Gargoyle Ace. Okay. It's this one. So, the Armor Knight Aces, these are, like, series of monsters where they focus around adding themselves to the soul of your item, which you can do by just putting them from the field into your item soul if you're at 5 life or less, and then they have effects from within the soul of the item. So this one would negate attacks by sending itself from the soul to the drop zone, but he can't do that because he's at 7 life anyway. A little bit annoying that I can't call to my center, but we'll manage.
Monster ni attack.
Okay, so one thing I can do here is cast Magical Goodbye on his Gargoyles. And by doing this, since his Tiger is 1k, he has to attack Axia with Ricto Demon Slay.
Monster ni attack.
So by bouncing his monster, I save myself, I sell myself 3 damage, pretty much. It's pretty significant.
Fighter ni attack.
That's fine.
Turn 終了だ。
俺のターンだな。ドロ
Okay, not being able to fall to my center is a little annoying. Ooh. Well, epic fails kind of already. I'll charge
ー。
it.
チャージ&ドロ
I just kind of have to keep. Oh, this is the best one. Okay, I'm gonna call to the left Soichiro Tenjiku, and I'm gonna call to the right Dragon Wizard Kinosaxia.
コール
Chase Aldous in the gauge. That was pretty good.
能力発動
Oh, oops! Accidentally damaged myself. Oops. That's not good. But what can you do? I'm gonna cast Kosher.
キャスト
That's why the default should not be on yourself. Mary Sue, huh? Okay, I'll have to use that later. Okay, Soichiro Tenjiku, I'm gonna have you kill
モ
Tiger.
ンスターにアタック
Okay, Axia attack direct.
ファイターにアタック
Kinda sucks because I put him at 5. But, I mean, I have to do damage.
ターン終了
俺のターン。ドロー。チャージ&ドロー。
Also, if he buddy calls, then he'll be at 6. He played another Maji Zanma, Maji Demon Slay. There's the Gargoyle.
能力発動。
Yeah, put it in your soul, I don't care.
キャスト。
This is the heal spell. What's the requirement for this? If you're at 6 life or less, and you have no monster in your center, pay 1 gauge, heal 4. This is a Demon Slay card. What was it called? It was I don't remember the English name of this card. People kind of played it, not really. That's fine. The way the AI is programmed, they always target specific monsters cost reducing guys. There's a few other things that they will target, but it's mainly the cost reducing guys. And then so even if you put them on the side, they'll attack it unless they have game, in which case they'll just try to attack you and win. But yeah.
ターン終了だ。
俺のターンだなドロ
Oh, I don't have enough gauge for all of this.
ーチャージ&ドロ
Ooh, Magician of Glass with Glass Art. Don't mind if I do.
ーコール
Alright, Magician of Glass with Glass Art, attack the fighter.
ファイターにアタック
ならば能力発動。
Oh, he negated that one. Did you just negate the first one, or does...
フ
Why
ァイ
did
タ
he
ー
get
にア
that
タッ
one?
ク
The AI usually doesn't negate attacks unless they're at 6 or less life. A little strange, but okay. It's what a good player would do, because they wouldn't want you to draw with Magician of Glass with
チャ
Glass
ー
Art.
ジ&ドロー。
And you always have to say the full name of Magician of Glass with Glass Art. It's required. Gargoyle, that's a 3 crit guy.
ファイターにアタック。
Ouchie.
ファイターにアタック。
I'll take it. Ouchie.
ターン終了だ。
俺のターンドロ
A nice one. In that case, kind I have to charge Marisu.
チャージドロー
I might just draw what I need anyway.
キャスト
Okay, that's like pretty alright, actually. I can't play Rhodey because we can't play to the center. Like, I can play on the side, but I'm not going to. That'd be weird and wrong. Alright, Axia kill Gargoyle, because that's a little too
モン
threatening.
スターにアタック
3 crit, size 1 is pretty strong. That's why Danger Roll is like all the way on the side of the spectrum where like they just have high stats. And then like their spells and abilities are like not great.
能力発動
I'm gonna I'm gonna pay Marisu out of the gauge. I have Genjiro Saki in the gauge as well, so it's like as soon as I get a clock I can play it. I just have to get it. I have 3 counter spells, so I'm like 100% not gonna die this
俺
turn.
のターンドローチャージドローバディコール
Okay, he's gonna buddy call Armor Knight Cerberus Ace, so he's gonna be at 6 life. Armor Knight Cerberus Ace is one of the Armor Knight Ace cards. You can put it the soul of your weapon if it's 5 life or if you're at 5 life or less, and it adds 2 crit to that weapon. Unfortunately, he's not gonna do that, but
ファイターにアタック
I'm gonna cast Magical Goodbye.
まだキャスト
Go away.
ファイターにアタック
I'm gonna cast Chillax.
まだキャスト
Reduce the damage to 0 and heal 1.
ターン終了だ
俺のターンドロー
Where's my clock? I need my
チャ
clock.
ージドロー
I want a clock. I'm gonna cast. Nice one.
キャスト
Draw 2. That's not a clock. I'm not... Okay, like, I have a decent chance of living. I'm not, like, guaranteed to live, but I have a pretty good chance of living. I also have no way of killing him, so I just kind of have to go. Okay. I want him to put Armor Knight Cerberus Ace in the soul of his item.
どうだキャスト
Is he like specifically stopping me from using Magician of Glass with Glass Art? Or am I just getting like kind of unlucky? I was thinking about attacking with Glass Art first, but it's like he'll probably block the first attack, right? Because he was at 6. It's whatever at this point.
ターン終了
俺のターンドローチャージドローコール
Okay, there's the Cerberus Ace. Oh, he's just attacking.
ファイターにアタック
Okay, I'm gonna cast. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Oops.
まだキャスト
I'm gonna return his item to his hand.
ファイターにアタック
And then I'm gonna cast Solomon Shield.
まだキャスト
Negate this non-link attack. Really need the
タ
clock
ーン終了
俺のターンドロー
so I can, you know, win.
チャージドロー
Not being able to call a third monster is really hurting here. I'm gonna cast Kosher. Oh my god. I'm gonna cast Nice One.
キャスト
Mary Sue clock, please. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna cast Key of Solomon for volume. And then I'm gonna cast Great Spell, my grandfather's block. Okay, now we have a pretty good shot of winning. He probably doesn't have enough shield spells to stop me. Actually, no, he just cannot stop me from winning. Like, even if he has 2 shield spells, I just attack 4 times and he still takes 4 and dies. So we're all set. We won. GG. GG no re. Alright, Magician of Class will blast our attack.
ファイターにアタック
And then I'm gonna draw a card just to add insult to it.
能力発動
Right, Axie
ファイ
attack.
ターにアタックこいつで勝利だ
Ended up not needing a clock.
俺が負けただと
That's how this goes, right? Like, you use the clock to confirm that you have game. Like, you probably have game, but you, like, just gotta confirm. You gotta be sure. Can't leave them any opportunities. Wow, thanks for the green dragon shield. It's a common that's also in the starter
Yes.
decks. And it's like, I won.
なんだと
It's like, this, how? What is this strength? I'll have you keep your promise now.
いいだろう
He's like, alright, I'm a man of my word.
あ
I'll tell you what you want.
何
He said, you didn't say, oh, so we're saying I want 2 things. And he's like, you didn't say there was more than one. And our first request is that you have a fight with Gao and make up. And it's like, what?
何
He's like, Makoto, you...
はい
Roga, I understand your desire to fight with Gao. But I'm sure you wanted it to be as enemies. And Gao saying, yeah, Roga, I want the same thing as Makoto. Please have a buddy fight with me. And Roga's saying, if a fight's what you want, I'll give it to you, but it won't be to make up.
帝顔
It'll be a revenge match. Yeah,
そうだ
Mikado.
な
Revenge, huh?
俺
Revenge.
とファイトしろ
Alright. Get ready.
こいつで勝負だ
Alright, let's go, Roga. This is my new deck.
ふざけるな
What? Dungeon World? Quit messing around.
違う
Yeah, so one of the other worlds I mentioned earlier, one of the other worlds that Drum went to train and learn new skills was Dungeon World. So Gao, in addition to having a Magic World deck, also has a Dungeon World deck. And Gao saying, I'm not messing around. How do I this is like slang. How do I translate this to English? I'm trying to think of like a Zoomer term that that this would translate to, but I'm not a Zoomer. I don't know all their slang. He's like, I'm not messing around. On God, I guess is what it would say. Oh my gosh, translating the slang.
いいか
This deck is the result of Drum traveling to Dungeon World and training in order to get stronger from me.
さあ
By using this deck, the 2 of us will become friends. Friends. I have absolutely no desire to become your
オープン
friend.
ザフラッ
Raise the flag.
グおっすありがとうございました
And then Gao won.
やるな
It's like, oh, I lost, huh? You don't change at all. Or was that the right? They didn't use kanji, so I just like half guessed what he meant to say. It's like maybe like you're like I can't measure up to that or something like that. That was an interesting fight, Yao Mikado. Yeah, it was fun. Please become my friend, Roga. Friend. I don't need things like that. Yao Mikado. I'll consider us rivals. Rivals, huh? I'm so glad, Roga.
いいだろう
After beating, he has a name for his group, but like not his group, but like the Sengoku Academy like group. I'm not gonna bother translating. It's like after, like in your battle with us at Sengoku Academy, I'll acknowledge your strength. And where I was like, does that mean us?
そうだな
I guess so.
まあな
It's like, even though we lost. Yeah, they're the losers.
やったね
Kasana's like, yeah, but it was still a really fun buddy fight. Sanya's like, yes, this was good experience.
すみません
Alright, Roga, my second request. It's like, yeah, I know. Wait a second. Kiri's like, yeah, everyone.
よかったぜ
Like, Kiri, you're alright. It's like, yeah, but
分かったか
the winner takes all. Those are the rules. So, go on, get out of here.
ありがとうございます
Kiri's like, okay, thank you very much. And we're like, Kiri? Or we as in Gao. Kiri's like, oh, it's nothing.
お
Roga, what about Yuki? I don't know where he is. But that guy is probably, or that person is probably talking about the shadowy figure who took him away. Tsuku's like, yeah. Roga's saying, he returned. Let's meet again, Gao Mikado. We're like, Tsuku, Jack. Tsuku says, sorry, I wasn't able to find that girl with the Dark Core deck case.
助先輩
And Yao's saying, do you know what happened to Yuki? And so now we have to explain, after what happened, in the same way that the student council vice president disappeared, he did as
ご
well.
めん
It's like Yuki-kun did. Sorry, I have no idea. Where did that Yuki go? Makoto. Yuki's disappearance and the Dark Core deck case, they seem to be related in some way. We'll definitely find, or we, the Buddy Police, will definitely find Yuki.
どうかな
Could you just trust me and give me some time to figure this out? And we're like, but Gao's saying, well, I guess if Tsuku says so, we should leave it to him. It'll be fine. So let's just wait.
そうね
And Axia's saying, I'm worried too, but it's probably best if we leave it to him.
だな
I'm saying, all right, I understand. We'll leave this to you, Tsuku.
あ
やれやれ
and Jack is saying the Dark Core deck case and the boy all disappeared. Let's find them for sure, Jack.
Hi.
And so he's answering a phone call.
Yeah. Hi.
We can only hear half the conversation. Ambush? Okay, ambush. Okay, this will be the last thing we do in the stream. So we get ambushed and then I'll end it after this.
Hi.
Oh, so this is Shido. He's like asking for us. He's like, would you please have a buddy fight with me? Or how about having a buddy fight with me is the better translation. So again, Shido is the student council president. It's like, yes, I'll give you the honor of being your opponent. He's like super full of himself. And he's like not even good at buddy fight. It's just his father is like the police commissioner or something. Something like that. I don't know. His father has some sort of authority. I'm like, sure, all right. And he's like, that's the spirit. Let's go over to the fighting stage then. Oh, so Shido's like, Makoto Tsukimiya is the ABC Cup champion. So if I defeat him, then I'll be named the strongest fighter in the school. And Paruko shows up at the fighting stage, is like, oh, is there a buddy fight going on? And she's like, what are you doing here? It's the ABC Cup champion, Makoto, and the student council president, Shido, having a match. And Shido's like, that's right. But don't make such a fuss about it. They're like, what, really? What's all this commotion? Student council president Shido's gonna have a buddy fight with Makoto. Let's go watch. So it looks like Shido wanted to keep this under wraps in case he lost, but then if he won, he wanted the glory. So I don't know, he's just stupid. And so we're saying, wow, there's so many people gathered around. And Shido's saying, I didn't think it would become such a spectacle. But this is my chance to show everyone my strength. He's probably running Ancient, right? Regardless of what deck he's running, like, I'm an auto win. Oh yeah, he's running Ancient. So, in the show, Shido switches worlds, which is kind of weird. Like, there's a plot. There's kind of a plot reason for it, but like, he starts off playing Ancient World. If you remember from last stream, Ancient World is also the deck that Genma uses. They're on the same side of the spectrum as like Magic World in terms of like monster stats and like having powerful spells. However, this is such a good opener. What am I gonna do with this? I think in this case I charged Kinjiro-saki. Oh dang, I drew nice one right after charging him. That's rude. It's fine, we'll be fine. We're super fine. Okay, I'm gonna call. Magician of Glass will last art to the center. But yeah, Ancient World is on the same side of the spectrum as Magic World in terms of like having low stats but like really strong spells and effects. But Ancient World makes up for the low stats by putting in like extra costs on their cards or on their monsters, so that like it artificially buffs their stats.
能力発動
But the extra like cost is a life cost, but it's not an actual cost to play the card. It's a cost that you end up paying when the card leaves the field, called lifelink. It wasn't super great, but not a bad opening.
ターン終了
I would like more gauge,
僕の
but
ターンですしドローチャージ
What can you do?
ドローキャスト
Okay. So he cast Dragon Emperor Legend. This is a card that is absolutely busted, and it's put the top card of your deck into your gauge, gain 1 life, and then draw 1 card. Hard once per turn. One interesting thing
キャスト
about Dragon Emperor Legend is its flavor text. Its flavor text is, this is one of the strongest, this is like an especially strong card in the game of Buddyfight. You should definitely put it in your deck if you can. So yes, that's correct. This is a set spell. I forget what it's called because it's really bad and no one plays it. So I don't know the English name. It costs a gauge. Whenever a monster with lifelink enters your field, heal 1. So it's like fine.
見るがいいですしバディコー
This
ル
is Buddy Monster. It is a lifelink guy. It's a vanilla 7/3/4 with lifelink 1. So he's gonna heal 1. It effectively undoes the
能力
lifelink.
発動コール
This is just a vanilla.
モンスターにアタック
I don't particularly care. Like, this is fine.
ファイターにアタックですし
Yeah, like, I'm not really phased by any of
タ
this.
ーン終了ですし俺のターンドロー
I mean, Schuler's not bad, but he's going into
チャー
gauge.
ジドロー
Oh my gosh. Dang it. I kind of have to do it this way. I'm gonna call Center of the World Mary Sue to the center.
コール能力発動
I'm gonna add Key of Solomon for his volume to my hand. It's already 5 in the drop.
キャスト
I'm gonna cast Key of Solomon for his volume. I'm gonna Buddy Call Dragon Wizard Kinosaxia to the right.
バディコール能力
I'm gonna
発
deal
動
a damage to the opponent. I'm gonna equip Magic Arm Burning Fist by paying 1 life. Alright. Mary Sue attack the center.
モンスターにアタックこれでどうですし
You
キ
have
ャ
to
ス
counter.
ト
Yeah. What is this called? What's the English name of this card? This is one of the Wild Dragon counter spells I was talking about. That's right. This guy plays Wild Dragons. I totally forgot to mention. Yeah, he's playing a Wild Dragon deck. They're really not good. What was this spell called? I can't remember. I played this card too. I just can't remember what it's called. It's been too long. Yeah, I just can't remember. Yeah, it's just the counter spell, +3/+3 counter attack. That's fine. Like, whatever. I don't care.
能力発動
I'll have Burning Fist
モンスター
attack
にア
the
タック
vanilla, I guess. I'll just end my turn. My goal is to run out
タ
of
ーン
cards.
終了僕のターン
And
で
his
す
cards are like
ドロー
low enough quality
チャー
that
ジ
it's like
ドロー
pretty easy to do so.
キャスト
There's a Dragon Emperor legend though. Oh, he doesn't have another.
ファイターにアタックですし
Sure? Sure. I could have maybe Solomon shielded that.
ターン終了ですし俺のターンドローチャージドロー
Epic fail, huh? That's pretty good. I'm gonna call Burning Wand to the center. Burning Wand and Burning Fist will do a link
連
attack.
携攻撃これでどうですしキャスト
You got the counter spell again? That's slightly annoying. I guess I should have figured that if his hand is like,
能力
or if
発
he's
動
not playing a size 1, he probably just has other counter spells in his hand. But it's like fine. We're still fine.
ターン終了僕のターンですしドロー
Drawing
チャ
Epic
ージ
Fail helped a
ド
lot.
ロー
It's just
ファイター
attacking.
にアタックですし
I'm gonna cast Epic Fail. So it's his guy's size 2, so I'm gonna send it to his gauge since I have Axia on the field. He takes the lifelink since he left the field. Okay, I'm gonna let you in on a little
ターン終
hint.
了ですし俺のターン
Some
ドロー
pro player advice from yours truly. In this-
ドロー
In season 1, there are 0 cards that will stop an attack
キャスト
on an empty field in Ancient World. So I could just triple link his face and he'll take all 5. Alright everyone, do a triple link attack.
連携攻撃
I can also do single attacks and he wouldn't be able to stop it either. Ancient World is all about having a monster protect you by placing it in the center, and then you protect the monster with your counter spells. So that's why it's like, just do whatever, and then he'll just take it.
ターン終了僕のターンですしドローチャージドローコール
Okay, here's this guy. This is Lattice the Tyrant. This is the main size 3 for Wild Dragons. Cost 3. Has multiple effects. It has double attack, and it has a counter effect where you can discard a Wild Dragon from your hand and choose one of the following 2 effects. One of them is pay 2 life. Next time this card will be destroyed, it stays on the field, and the other one's pay 2 gauge. Negate a spell that your opponent casts. This is why I should have maybe played the Solomon Shield earlier.
まだまだキャスト
I'm gonna cast Chillax.
ファイターにアタックですし
But Chillax will resolve and save me.
モンスターにアタック
This is fine. I was gonna call over him anyway.
ターン終了ですし俺のターンドロー
Alright, so I have to confirm the game here. Confirm the game. However, I would like to draw magical, or not magical goodbye, create some of my grandfather clock. It's whatever.
チャージドロー
Ooh, oops, okay.
コール
I'm gonna play Genjo Ozaki. I'm gonna cast. Nice
キャ
one.
スト
Didn't draw it. That's fine. I call to the center.
コール
Yes, I'm aware. Thank you. Dragon Wizard Tempest Wing. The other 2 monsters go to the drop zone because of the size limit. I'm gonna activate.
能力発動
I'm gonna target his Lattice the Tyrant. I'll just discard a Magician of Blastful Glass Art, and his guy will go to the gauge. Again, well, I mentioned this last time, but there's no way of preventing a card from going to the gauge. There's ways to prevent destruction, there's ways to prevent bouncing the hand, but not sending the gauge. So, it's over. Alright. Dragon Wizard Tempest Wing,
フ
attack
ァ
the
イター
fighting.
にアタック
That's why it's like, this is an auto win. I just play Tempest Win, and I win. Tempest Wing is really good. And his art's really cool. I have foil copies myself. Anyway, now do a link attack.
連携攻撃こいつで勝利だ
Easy. All right.
ありえないですし
He's like, I lost? That's that's inconceivable.
まったく
And he's like, well, if I went all out against an elementary schooler, it would have been a little bit pathetic. Not pathetic, sad.
ありがとうございました
So he's like trying to play it off as if like, well, you know, I didn't do my best. And so we're just thanking him for the match. And it's like, it was good we got a good match, I guess.
失礼するですし
He's super arrogant, like he has so much undeserved arrogance. And he's like, I have things to do, so I'll be seeing you. Alright, so that was that. I don't know exactly what's gonna happen next. I think next is well, I don't want to spoil it, but I guess next week we will continue on with the next arc of the game, which again I don't want to spoil. So yeah, I guess that's it for today. We just did the whole Sengoku arc today. Yeah, not doing the side quest makes it go a lot quicker. It just took about 3 hours. But yeah, that'll be it for today. And hopefully I will see you in the next one.